Коридор 8. Македонско-българска седенка. Подкаст на живо в YouTube. 3, 2, 1.
Добър вечер на сите наши приятели. Вие сте со најновата епизода на Коридор број 8 Македонско-бугарската седенка. Датумот е 5 март. Темата е една година од војната во Украина. Впечатоци после една година од војната во Украина. Денеска наш гостин, наш специјален гостин е нашата добра пријателка од Украина, професор Алина Халецка. За да бидеме по-агилни, јас ќе поставам моите прашања на македонски или на бугарски, а Ѓорги, бидејќи е подобар во неговиот англиски, ќе ги преведува на нашата гостинка на англиски јазик.
So, hello, hello friends. Glad to meet you tonight, today. And I'm very happy and thank you for inviting me. A year ago, these days, just a year ago, the 5th of March, Georgi invited me to join this podcast, Corridor 8, but last year, me and my family, we were in such threats and we are about to die. And I'm happy to join alive and more or less safe. We are not safe. We're in Ukraine, in Irpin city. It is the Kiev region near Kiev. But I'm happy to join you alive today, tonight. It's a great success.
So it's really honor for us to have you in the show. And first of all, before starting our reflections on the year of war, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself in a short way. So I know something about you, but it will be nice for our viewers to know about you, where from you came to Kiev, in Irpin, what is your professional background, etc., etc.
Thank you. Very briefly, I'm Ukrainian by my nationality, and that means that there was no conflict in languages while speaking Ukraine and on nationalities. No conflict. I'm from Donetsk. This is the eastern part of Ukraine, now occupied. It is some so-called Donbas Republic that was occupied in 2014. And I'm the evidence of this occupation, me and my family. And that means I was born in Ukrainian family who speaks Ukrainian language and with Ukrainian traditions. And that means that my values are in a modern view, in a modern prospect, not the old-fashioned USSR. But I was born in USSR, but identified myself and my family as Ukrainians. I have a good education, and in Ukraine, in Donetsk, in Kiev. And before 2014, I became and have the degree, the scientific degree of professor of public administration.
Your story raised several questions in my mind. And the first thing is that Your personal family history is a very clear proof, in my opinion, that actually the war didn't start a year ago. We speak about a year of war, but this is the full-scale war when Ukraine was attacked from 3 directions: north, south, east. But actually, the war for your family, for the people in Donbass, started in 2014. And do you think that we really should and could count 2014 as the beginning of the war?
Uh, who knows, sir? uh, these are local, regional aggression differs from today full-scale aggression.
Mhm.
With the army force, it is the difference because in Donbass we didn't have air attack. But all the rest weapons they used. Then in Donbass, telling the truth, being faithfully, rather a lot of people agreed to Russians come. And I was and am the evident when my neighbors, my colleagues, they voted at this false election for this so-called republic. 2022, we didn't invite them, and we differ from the propaganda image that they told that we are waiting for them, for Russians, for their political structure, for their goods and values. No. Every Ukrainian, sir, in 2022, we were, and we are ready to kill, to fight, and to live for victory.
A very strong statement, but I'm really glad to hear this. So it's a question about Alina, towards Alina. Does she have Russian friends who are against the war? If so, do they live in Russia?
Thank you. Thank you for your question. You can see and meet different two Alinas. One Alina is between 2014 and 2022. And the second Alina is after 2022. The first Alina had friends, relatives in Russia and communicated with them, and even participated in project for reintegration the occupied territory. Intentionally naive to believe that we could be with the soft power together after the occupation. And now the new Alina, 2022 and today, I don't have friends in Russia, and I don't communicate. For me, Russia and Russians, they fade. They not exist.
Short and clear. Okay. Question from Lemuel. Oh, it's not this. It's from VV actually. Information has come out that in Ukraine, the study of the Russian language as well as the use of Russian in everyday life is prohibited. Are there people in Ukraine who want to speak Russian yet?
My answer to the first question, yes, but it means formal life. It doesn't mean informal communication. We can speak, we can sit in cafe. Yesterday, I sat in cafe with my friend who is from Donbass, and she relocated to our territory, to Irpin. I speak Ukrainian, and she speaks Russian, and no problem. This is the official place, but we speak different languages, Ukrainian and Russian. She couldn't command Ukrainian yet. No problem. But in formal life, yes, it is prohibited. And are there people in Ukraine who want to speak Russian yet? Yes, they like, but in informal life, no restriction. In your family, with your friends, or on the streets, no problem. Well, but faithfully, it depends on the region. And I promised Georgi to be transparent and open. What it means? Now in Irpin, we have a great number of good professionals. Oh, well, and from Kharkiv. This is the border city, and they know Ukrainian language, but they prefer, not everyone, but some of them prefer speak Russian. And at the first time, they relocated to the western parts of Ukraine. Then they came back to Kyiv and Kyiv region. Do you need my explanation why? Because as I said before, in Kyiv region, and in more central part, eastern part, southern part, well, in informal life, it is your choice what language you speak. And in more western part of, it is no discrimination in western part of Ukraine. No discrimination. No one could hit you in your face when you speak Russian. But they could give some recommendations. Why do you speak Russian on the street? Speak Ukrainian. You are in Ukraine. And that is why Kharkiv colleagues, they came here and they are very comfortable. They speak informal life in Ukrainian and in formal life in their families as they like. No discrimination. But it depends on the region.
So
no discrimination. I insist that no discrimination, but
Tony Makedonsky from the city of Skopje, he wrote this. I suppose this should be a clear Ukrainska mova. I don't know if Tony used. Tony, дали си користил Google преводач? Може да ми напишеш един коментар?
But I don't understand as the whole in general. I could understand about hate between simple Ukrainians and Russians.
Is there absolute hatred between ordinary Ukrainians and Russians? Because ordinary citizens, ordinary people are not guilty for the war. I think that you already answered in a certain way before, but Tony said that you could also answer in Ukrainian mova.
Я з задоволенням відповім українською мовою. Розумієте, є таке поняття, як рана. Рана. І у нас не залишилося людини, яка б не була поранена або вбита. І, розумієте, поки воно тут рана, воно поки не лікується. Це треба час, щоб зашити її, щоб її вилікувати. Я не знаю, може це буде сотні років. Знаєте, як між різними країнами такі бували, да? Як є.
Ivan from University of Cincinnati, he has one more question. To what extent are Ukrainians worried about Putin might decide to use nuclear weapons against their country? We know that he several times played with this.
Thank you. To what extent? How to explain? Now we are in evolution during this year. At the beginning, we were very afraid of Putin can use nuclear weapons against my country, my family, our country, and our families. Somewhere in between, we were so exhausted, so tired. He tried on us everything that he could. Blackouts, bombing, inconvenience, relocation, everything. A great spectrum of inquisition, yes? And genocide of our nation. And that means that now I wouldn't say that we are indifferent to use or not to use, but we don't afraid.
Is the Ukrainian people starting to feel tired of the war, or the spirit and will for win are still high? Accept my deep admirations. Slava Ukraini, Putin Gandon.
Героям слава, щиро дякую. Yes, we are tired. Yes, we are exhausted. But our spirit and will win are enormously high. And we don't have choice to lose. We win. We win. And I'm not a zombie. I feel in my heart because I'm here and I can see, I can hear, and it is something, friends, it is something unbelievable to be here. Look, it is when you are in a live book, inside a book, inside the history that is written. It is something unbelievable.
So I think that it was a great conversation, really great conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. It was my first, and I'm not sure that will be the second interview in so open way, and I'm really grateful to you, dear friends, for this atmosphere, for this openness, and I adore my friendship and professional relations with Georgi, and I really appreciate. Stay with us, please. We need you. Really,
We
really,
need you too.
we need you.
Дениска, Гоша,
A very
Дениска може да
a
завършим.
tough battle. It is very tough battle. Hard one.
Тане, кажи.
Дениска може да завършим само с слава Украині. Героям слава.
Героям
Україні.
слава! Дякую щиро. Да. Все, да, Георгій, може вже дякувати?